What's the dumbest misunderstanding you had with a neighbor? I live in one of those suburbs where people have nothing better to do than measure each other's grass height with rulers and call HOA meetings over mailbox colors. So one day I do something absolutely revolutionary, something that would make Martha Stewart weep with joy. I plant vegetables in my front yard. I know the horror. Specifically, I plant tomatoes, peppers, and some herbs because I wanted fresh basil for my sad microwave dinners, and grocery store tomatoes taste like disappointment wrapped in plastic. It was a beautiful Sunday morning, and I thought, hey, why not use this patch of dirt for something useful instead of the decorative rocks that previous owner left, which honestly looked like a graveyard for pebbles. So I dig up a small section plant my little seedlings and water them like the suburban farmer I never knew I wanted to be. Then the neighborhood watch springs into action. 20 minutes later, I'm inside making coffee and questioning my life choices when I hear a car door slam, followed by aggressive footsteps marching towards my door like someone's about to serve me divorce papers. I open it, and there's Margaret. Not a Margaret, but the Margaret, the self-appointed neighborhood sheriff, complete with a clipboard, a measuring tape, and the energy of someone who definitely asks to speak to managers for sport. She's got her reading glasses hanging from a chain, her phone already recording me, and a printout of what appears to be HOA bylaws, highlighted in yellow like she's preparing for the Supreme Court. Hi, she says, but in that fake sweet voice that means you're about to get absolutely destroyed. I just wanted to discuss your recent landscaping choices. Margaret, I planted some tomatoes. She shakes her head like I just admitted to arson. Those aren't decorative plants, those are crops. And according to Section 4.2 of our community guidelines, residential properties cannot be used for agricultural purposes. Agricultural purposes, Margaret, it's like 6 tomato plants. Not a wheat field, but she's already building her case like she's about to prosecute me for vegetable crimes. She goes, we've had multiple complaints about the aesthetic impact on property values and the potential pest attraction. What kind of pests are afraid of? Basil, Margaret, the good kind. She pulls out her phone and shows me photos she's been taking of my garden, like it's evidence in a criminal investigation. Look at this, she says, zooming in on my pepper plant. This is clearly commercial farming disguised as residential gardening. Margaret, I bought these at Home Depot for $12 total. If this is commercial farming, then I'm the worst businessman in history, but she's not listening. She's too busy explaining how my vegetables are somehow going to attract rodents, decrease property values, and probably summon locusts. Like it's the biblical apocalypse, she threatens to call the city inspector, the HOA board, and possibly the National Guard. I close the door thinking this woman has lost her absolute mind, but apparently Margaret doesn't give up easily. 2 days later, I get a certified letter from the HOA demanding I remove all non-decorative plant life from my front yard or face fines starting at $50 per day per plant. $50 per day. Margaret, my tomatoes aren't printing money. They're just trying to photosynthesize in peace. So I do what any reasonable adult would do. I double down. I go to the nursery, buy 10 more vegetable plants, and create a full front yard garden, complete with a hand-painted sign that says Margaret's Nightmare Garden featuring pest-attracting crops that decrease property values. I even add a little scarecrow wearing a name tag that says, "Hi, I'm agricultural purposes." Within hours, Margaret shows up again, this time with backup her husband Gary. Full story on channel link below.